This meeting come to order.
To make a motion, we bring this meeting to order.
Okay. So everybody's had a chance to review the warrant.
Yes.
Have you? Okay. Dwight?
Yep.
So here a motion to approve the warrant.
I make a motion, we sign and approve the warrant as written.
And I'll second it.
All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
It was, everybody had a chance to review the minutes last meeting.
Yes, I did.
You all set with that, Dwight?
Yes, you have done it also.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes?
I make a motion, we sign and approve the minutes as written.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Old business. CIA salvage. So what I understand, Danielle, is they'll just drop it off and there's no fee to drop it off?
There is no haul fee.
No haul fee, okay.
It's $45 a ton. And they're gonna deduct the plastic.
Uh-huh. So we'll just fill it, send it, have them come pick it up, and then we'll get money for it. Whatever they got for it.
Yeah.
You guys want to have her order that?
I think we should. We might as well get this done.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah. Then we can pick any time to go over and load it. He says 3 or 4 days lead time, right, Danielle?
Yep. So if I call tomorrow, it'll be at the end of the week or so. So she said 2 to 3 days after I call.
Okay. So I've got next week too off, so we can pick a day next week.
Yeah, anytime's good for me. We ought to pick a day that we can get there so we don't leave the dumpster out at night and have everybody else thinking it's a free-for-all.
Yeah, get it loaded
Yeah.
and get it out of there as soon as you can.
Exactly.
Well, when Jason ordered it down here at the firehouse, it sat there for about a good week before they came and pick it up.
Yeah.
So they may not
This
pick it up.
Wes. Wes is logging in.
Oh, okay. So you want to do that, Danielle? Order it?
Yep.
Okay. Barking dog issue. Yes, Russ has got a letter prepared for John Emmons. He's gonna send it to him. I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Gotcha.
Okay, I just got in. Yeah, I drafted a letter for you to approve concerning my last visit with him last week and our discussion, so it would be on record and he would have a letter. I'm going to send it a certified return receipt, so everything's documented.
You know, is that about the barking dog ordinance, or is that about the noise?
It was stemmed with, Danielle sent an email that the animal control officer had mentioned that things had to be done, and she also had David Strock contribute his thoughts, and he said the planning board can't do anything about it. It's really in Wes's department. So I followed through, and I went out and ended up giving John a visit and tried to communicate with him that things have to be smoothed down, and we can't really tolerate many more complaints from neighbors. So
Yeah.
That's about the status it's at right now.
Okay.
Something happens up there Friday night. I know the dog got pulled out of there or something about midnight Saturday night because they had some complaints. Then Jeff
Oh.
Wow.
Kennel was down here, I think it was Saturday, and telling me what was going on.
Well, I went by there today in the doghouse. It was sitting on the side of the building, but the doghouse is gone.
Yeah, the whole chain link fence thing is gone.
Yeah. So,
I had had a few words with Gary Brown, and I believe I mentioned to you, Jim, that probably without stirring the hornet's nest too much anymore, I should go and visit Jay Banks and talk to him and see if he can control his tenant.
yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
easiest avenue, I believe, to take care of this, because if Jay Banks finds out he has a barking dog, he won't allow it on his property.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah.
I think Brandon Rule's already been down there.
Yeah. Yeah. And about 3 weeks ago, I wrote a letter to John. I also wrote another letter to Jay Banks to keep him in the loop as what was going on, and there were complaints and whatnot. And doesn't seem like anything resulted from that.
Now, we got emails from Brent, and he wanted us to have David Laurie send him a letter or do something legal about it.
It was Saturday morning at 6 o'clock. He
Yeah.
sent that out.
Yeah.
Probably at this point, anything will help. You know, if I send him a letter, if David Laurie sends him a letter, if I visit Jay Banks and Jay Banks knocks on the door and talks to him, you know.
Do you want to get the attorney involved or wait until he gets the certified from Wes?
Well, you might want to at least fill David in. What's going on? Maybe not right now, but we might have to use him later. But at least he'll be up to date with what's going on. So just give him a heads up.
Okay.
I can talk to David. I've been talking to him a couple times the past 2 weeks about land issues, so I can call him and talk to him and see what he has to lend as to a course of action.
Okay, that'd be good.
Good enough.
All right.
Thank you, Wes.
Mhm.
Next thing is Bob Flint's appointment papers. I've signed it.
I signed it.
You signed it?
Yes.
So Dwight, you can stop in tomorrow and sign it.
Okay, I can do that.
Through the window.
You can do it through the window.
Hey,
I
that's
was
a
in there
neat
today
idea.
checking
though.
on her.
That's
And
the
everybody-
first time I saw it today, and it's pretty neat. I think we
Every-
ought to put a drive-through there.
I ordered a cheeseburger my first stop. Didn't get
I
one.
don't.
And everybody's all set with that 4-year term with Bob?
Oh yeah, I am.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
Yep.
You say Matt Fricker's up in July, so
He is. And there was such a shuffle of people. Wish I could share the document, but there's quite a few members that are gonna expire in 2021 on different months. But Matt Fricker's the next one in July 2021 that will be
Okay.
up.
2021. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Any? Do you remember if any's this year?
Nope.
Anybody up this year? Okay.
Nope, just Matt Fricker's the next one.
Okay. That's in
Oh,
2021.
No, I'm sorry, 2020. That's Matt Fricker's 2020. Yep, July
Okay.
2020. Yep.
Yeah, I thought it was in the middle of the year.
Sorry, yep. And then there's like 4 other members in 2021.
Okay. New business, Rocco Leo tax payment. What are we gonna do about that? He's asked for another addition.
He wanted a month, he said, because he's out of work with no income. He was just asking for a month extension because
Yeah,
he said he had the beginning of May, the last time he spoke to you guys, and he was just
Yeah.
looking for another month to go back to work. So
well, I know last week the governor asked the banks to foreclose, to delay foreclosures. So I don't know if that would mean us too.
If I could lend a word, I've been visiting Rocco a couple of times. You know, 2 years ago, he went through a divorce, and about a year and a half ago, he had a bad motorcycle accident and wrecked his leg pretty well. And things look pretty much downhill, but more recently, he's cleaned up his area more. He's got a roof on his building, he's got windows in, and he's looking towards getting tight enough to maybe he can move in at the end of the summer. So he's going in a positive direction.
I don't have a problem with giving him a 30-day extension.
Okay. I'm
Those-
good.
I'm on board as well, you guys.
Due to the current circumstances? I think so. I think you're right. I got no problem with that either.
30 days isn't asking for much. 30 days is
Yeah,
fine.
and he was very specific, just for a month. He said that's all I need is a month.
so for 1st of June. You're all set with that?
I'm good.
Okay. Wellness checks, Danielle, you think we should be making wellness checks on people?
Oh, I just reached out to Maurice about Kenneth Strout. And so, yeah, I'm not sure. There might be a couple things that we might want to check up on because some people are not getting state help anymore if they were.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a little concerned. So I didn't know, do we want to reach out to Dr. Decay or how do we want to do it, I guess, or I guess I just want to bring that up.
Does he still get Meal on Wheels once a week and stuff?
That I don't know, but Maurice mentioned that the person that was coming into his home to help him was no longer because of the coronavirus. So
I wonder if there's anybody else in our organizations that we give money to that can help him.
do you want me to ask Maurice if he has some sort of resource?
Yeah, see what he did. I mean, the last time we did this, we went through this, the two agencies fought each other, if you remember right.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard to get any information at all shared and stuff like that. And if we, from what I understand now, if we call the sheriff's department for a wellness check, they're just going to call him on the telephone anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Could I ask what a wellness check is?
They just check on somebody to make sure that if they need anything in their house or anything like that, Joe.
If they're medically sound, physically,
Yeah.
mentally.
I know they used to do it down to Cumberland County Dispatch. I think Olin was part of that. My mother was. I don't know if they still do that anymore.
Where
That's
does
all they did was call people.
where does Maurice live?
It's not Maurice. It's another resident.
I'm sorry.
He was supposed to go for assisted living, but I guess that's no longer. So let's.
And what about his son? Does his son come check on him once a week or so?
I don't. I'm just going off from what Maurice said. So I can inquire with Maurice a little bit more to see what he recommends.
It's
Sounds
a
like
sad,
the right avenue.
it's kind of a sad situation, I'll tell you.
Yep.
I've been there.
Yep.
Now, what about Maurice now? He's getting ready to retire. Have they set somebody else up with him yet? Do you know?
No, I heard from his boss. I forget his name.
Joe.
Yep. He's gonna be sending. I thought he'd send it by now, but I haven't gotten anything. He's gonna be sending an updated contract
Yeah,
because
I see
Maurice
that
will.
on.
Yep, he'll
I see that on the
be all
email.
done at the end of June. So it would be July 1st, I believe, would be the start of the contract.
But they were supposed to be training somebody and have them all ready to go right into Maurice's shoes and stuff, but I haven't heard anything.
I can ask Joe to see if they're working because they're all remote now. So I can touch base with Joe and ask.
Send him an email or something, just
Yep.
see if they got
Okay.
something lined up.
Right. That's what he said to us that day we went for that meeting, Dwight. He's going to send somebody to train with Maurice.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
Right. But
But I haven't
obviously,
seen
with the
anything
COVID
yet.
and everything, they can't send anybody out right now. Is my assumption.
That's what I'm, yeah.
Tough one.
My daughter-in-law is still doing home health as an occupational therapist. She's still
Really?
going into houses and everything, yeah.
Wow.
Oh. Well, community center updates, there's none. Oh, everything's been postponed, Danielle?
Yep, there was just one inquiry for next year, but I haven't got the details on it yet. Gary, did you
I
speak
spoke-
with him or?
Yes, I spoke with Ron Powell. They're part of a water dog association. And in the middle of September of 2021, he wants to rent the space with a kitchen, half a day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, for between 100 to 120 people. So he's looking for pricing to rent the gymnasium for 2.5 days.
Wow, yeah. That'd be good.
All right. There'll be no dogs. It'll just be people. It's an awards banquet and where they appoint the new leaders for the next year.
Oh, okay. All right.
So he was just looking for pricing and availability. They haven't quite picked a date yet, but it's mid-September 2021.
Planning board meeting this Thursday night. That's gonna be a remote meeting, right, too, Joe?
Yes,
This your first one?
yes.
Yeah. Any comments from the public?
No,
Joe, you got anything? Dad, you're
did
pretty quiet.
No.
I'm just listening.
Holding down the fort down here, Daly. I see that. Good job.
Yeah, people are very appreciative.
And Danielle's keeping everything remote flowing like usual. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's working out good. Those foreclosure letters did get sent out. I haven't got any responses yet. They're probably just getting them. If I get some phone calls on that, are we just gonna take it case by case basis?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Kind
I
of
don't know how-
a poor time, but it is what it is, so.
Right. Maybe we would have to postpone our meeting with them until this is all over with, you know?
Yep.
Could I ask how's the assessing going?
They're back on the job,
I
right?
saw them in Baldwin today. They were out on the ground doing assessing. I haven't heard any issues or anything, so I assume they're just trudging forward.
What phase of the assessing are they in?
When they say something, their picture.
I'm not sure. I
They're
know that
double, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
They're double checking their notes that people have gone out there. They're kind of doing just driving in a driveway and just saying, yep, there's a shed, yep, there's a porch, kind of like eyeball it and then driving off. I did get one call for an appointment, and I gave that to Ben, and Ben gave it to KRT.
Okay.
So yep, that's what Ben said anyways.
So they will still come in the house if there's an appointment? Are they just doing it by appointment?
From what I can understand, yep.
Okay.
I talked to Chip last week, and he said that he says, we're not leaving the car. He says it's all by eyeball, but we are driving in driveways. So,
yeah.
But Ben said every time I got a phone call, just to give it to him. The person that called complained that they tried calling the KRT number, and it didn't go to a voicemail or anything, and there was no place to leave a message. No one answered, so they called us. So Ben said just give it to him, and he'll get a hold of KRT.
Okay. We got an estimate from Dan Butalk about the drywalling.
We talked about that a long time ago before Chris did the electrical.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, I mean, we get an idea if we have to do something, how much it's going to cost, but
Yeah.
I'd let that one go right now.
Right, because we'd have to do a special town meeting on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Over $10,000. It's.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Did we get any other estimates or just from Dan?
I think that's just from Dan.
I think Chris Boucher spoke with him, and they kind of put something together. That was before they thought there was going to be more damage than what there was.
Oh.
So before he did the lighting.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's a little late. I think we got some other things we got to do sometime, you know. We got to paint the building. We got to fix the electrical panel in the old part of the building. That needs to be replaced.
Yeah.
More things that need to be done hooking that ceiling.
Yeah. That's kind of low on the priority list, huh?
Well, I would rate it a little low right now, but
Yeah.
you know, you only got so much money to go around. To be honest with you, I'm a little nervous about money coming in.
Right.
We got a lot of money still going out, but how much money have we got coming in?
Yeah. Yeah, we shouldn't be doing.
We're doing roughly a deposit of 10,000 a week
That's good.
with us being open, so that's very helpful.
Yeah.
And we did get those 2 checks back from the lighting project.
Oh, they have come back
They
already?
both have come back, yes.
Wow.
So,
Those
so
have been
that's all
deposited.
taken care of already then, huh?
Yep,
Geez, that's good. That's good. That's good information, Deb.
yep.
Yeah.
Well, they held up to their end of the bargain too. So, I mean, that's good also.
Right.
Well,
Anything else?
Yeah, I got a little land situation going on. So I want to run it by your ears just so that you know what's going on, but it's really something that I should present to the planning board and they can chew on it a while and make a decision. So let's see if I can express what's going on. It's that large triangular piece of land between Fremont and Route 113 that Van Hertel has. He basically divided about it in half and sold half of it to Ted. So Ted took his plot and divided a chunk off it. I think it was about 15 acres and sold it to an abutter. So when he divided it, that made 3 lots, but selling it to a abutter made it exempt. So it's down to 2 lots, Van Hertel's and Ted's lot, remaining. Now, the fact is that Van Hertel, having owned the mother lot, now owns half of it. He's owned that land for 15, 20 years. So that's beyond the 5-year limit. So that's basically exempt. So it's basically now one new lot owned by Ted, which I think is about 12 to 15 acres. Divide that in half and make 2 building lots. So the situation is one lot being divided once, making 2. It seems to work because Van Hertel's and the abutters lot are exempt. So this is something I think the planning board should chew on and make a decision if it's right within the ordinance or somewhere else. Simple as that.
I agree.
Yep. Yep.
Are you going to send that via email to David Strock?
I can, because I also sent him documents on that large strip that runs from Fremont up along 107 all the way up to just about Cram Road. And so he's had that for, gosh, almost 2 weeks now. And I gave it to him. Dwight recommended it so that he'd be in the loop and before we send it to MMA. And I've never sent it to MMA because I think the situation's a done deal, that it's legal. There's nothing violating the ordinance. So actually, there's 2 issues to digest through the planning board and get a stamp of approval.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll make a document and I'll get it to David and so he'll be able to review it and have it in his mind and the situation can be tackled with some common sense.
Okay.
Wes, what's going on up the street from where I live, down where Rosemary Rankin's place was? I see the stakes all through a field now.
I'm not aware of anything. I'm not aware of what's going on.
Well, probably 6 months ago, they talked about putting a possible brewery in there. And I haven't heard nothing, but I see there's all kinds of stakes in the lower field now.
I think I heard a comment about a brewery, and might have been from you a while back, and that's all. And I've forgotten about it. And you just mentioning it now has sort of spurred my memory a little bit.
Well, the stakes, I don't know how long the stakes have been there, but they're all painted orange and just occurred, you know.
Okay. I'll drive around, check it out, and nobody's approached me for a permit or anything.
That's that on Adventure Road or whatever, Adventure Drive, whatever they call it.
Tell me a little more exact where it is. I'm not clear on that.
Just before you get to my house, about an 1/8 of a mile from it, there's a road that swings to the right beside the Julie Warrens, where she wants to build a new house.
Yeah. Okay, I know where you mean now.
You come to that field, look way down in that field and see what it is.
Okay. Yeah.
It's almost down to the railroad track.
Wow. Okay. No, I'll look into it, but as I said, nobody's approached me about anything.
They'll just tip you off a little, mate, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I'm writing a note, so I'll do it. Okay.
So is that it?
I think
Anything
so.
else?
Is
Or-
Brian all set with cemetery help?
I don't know. Are they back to work?
Yes, I saw them out Graydon River Road, and they were on Marston Road. I've seen them out through Baldwin the last couple of days, so I believe they are back.
Okay. You want to get in touch with them, Danielle, and ask him if
Yep.
you need somebody for cemeteries? Have you heard back from the Sam Pond Committee yet?
No, Ben was gonna reach out to Emily and trying to figure out a good time to get together with the Zoom thing, and I never heard back. So
Yeah.
I can touch base with him tomorrow.
So we ought to start working on that, at least trying to find somebody for security down there.
Yep.
July's coming right up.
Yeah, it is.
If we can still do it, I don't know. If this isn't, cleared up by then, we'll have to keep the beach closed for the summer, but
Gosh,
I
I
think
hope
we
it
are.
is. Jeez.
Yeah. But I think we ought to get prepared for it anyway. Get something lined up. I know Chad Nason is interested in doing it. I
Is
think
he
we could
really?
do- Huh?
Chad is interested?
Yeah, during the town meeting, he asked me about it. I says,
Okay.
well, I told him we'll meet on it and put an ad in the shopper's guide. So,
Could I ask another question? Do you hear about how many people in Baldwin might have COVID-19?
I haven't heard of any.
Nor have I.
One.
No, I haven't heard anything either.
Would you hear of any?
Probably just through the grapevine, that's all.
Yeah,
I
small town politics.
I
Yeah.
talked to Margaret at EMA about that, and she said the only way to get that information is the sheriff's office. And they're still working with the state on being able to get that kind of information to the municipalities. But right
Right.
now, she says they can't. They're not
Right
letting
now
it
they're-
out.
Yeah, they're fighting with the HIPAA laws now and
Yep.
confidentiality, so.
She says that's one of the biggest things they're trying to get a hold of, just
Yeah.
to let the municipalities know. And she said right now it's just the sheriff's office that can provide that information.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm good.
I'm all set.
Yeah, I'm all set.
Joe, you all set?
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's
Yeah.
good seeing you all again.
I'm good.
Well, I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.